Kruisem farm in Flanders is a large and professional 1,700 sow farm with highly integrated sustainability and animal welfare, no contradiction. A free farrowing sow unit will meet current and future customer demands. High animal welfare standards are integrated in the entire farm concept. Feeding systems from Schauer like Spotmix and Compident or Babyfeed are providing feed on demand and straw for animal welfare. The farm is highly integrated in sustainability for the environment, animals and humans as well. Air washer cleans the used air for less emissions and almost no smell. To understand the efficiency, just smell the unfiltered air from the stable. The microfilters cleans the incoming air for healthy animals and humans. 15 different feed mixtures are stored in silos and blended by the Spotmix Multiphase feeding system to provide the right feed for every group of animals. Spotmix works residue-free in the different feed lines and is therefore extremely flexible. Furthermore, the Spotmix welfare distributes dedusted and chopped industrial straw for hay enrichment of sows. After insemination, the sows are directly moved to the gestation area. A central water treatment unit provides perfect water quality for the entire farm. Sustainability also in terms of own green electric energy and heat exchanger. Now let's dive into the details and go inside.
We are here now in the farrowing units. Every farrowing compartment has its own feed chain. It's filled, there is a bunker there above the ceiling, and it's filled with Spotmix. So I can say to every compartment I can bring gestation feed or a mixture of gestation and lactation feed, or I can add some aspirin. And I wean at 5 weeks. So the last week, between 4 and 5 weeks, I mix 20% of gestation with the lactation feed, because otherwise I'm getting too many lactation heats. So I can decide the energy and protein level of the farrowing sows and the lactating sows with Spotmix. Spotmix piping is above the ventilation ceiling, so the whole distribution network, and this is a bunker for one maternity. This is one bunker for one farrowing compartment. It contains about 50-60 kilograms. So the sensor is detecting down if the bunker is empty, and then the Spotmix brings another 25 kilograms and fills it up. And the chain down is starting, let's say, 10 times a day. And these are the points for the Compident Simultans. So here we are in the gestation stable. I choose to for ESF Compident Simultan because it's a simple system. So every week group is divided into 2 pens. So first pen is a little bit smaller. It's for gilts and first cycle sows, and the second pen is for multi-cycle sows. So for the gilts and the first cycle sows, I give feed with high protein because they have to build up meat, muscle mass, and yes, and the first cycle sows learn to the gilts to enter the station. I start a feeding unit at 2 o'clock in the morning, and let's say at 10 o'clock in the morning all sows have eaten. I put 18 sows for one Compident Simultan, but I also tried with 25 or 27, and it also works. In between 2 pens I have a boar pen. So from 2 weeks after insemination up to 5 weeks after insemination, I put a boar here, and there's a heat detection system. So the sows come and look to the boar, and after 6 minutes they get a marker spray on the front head. And there is also an alert on the computer in the canteen, so the workers can see that a sow might be in heat. See, the sows are coming to have a look. There's, but she is not in heat, so she withdraws and she's not marked. Yeah, so the heat detection helps us to find the sows which are coming in heat again. The sows are entering the gestation room 1 day after the second insemination. So they are staying here from the beginning until feathering. At 4 weeks we scanning the sows with a scanner, and this goes without any problem in groups. It's even easier. My workers think it's easier to do it in groups than in cages. After at 3 weeks and 4 weeks, we have a small ride with the boar taxi at 20, 21 and 22 days after insemination to do a double check with the boar.
Compident Simultan has been developed already 40 years ago.
I have one straw point for 2 pens, so every day I give 1 or 2 times a little bit of straw, but I also provide straw here for the sows to be busy with. This is the training section. The gills, I bring them in at 120 kilograms just to train and to check the first heat. So I just bring them in, I do nothing, and after 2-3 days, 99% of the sows are trained by themselves without any help. There's only one on 2 sows on 100 gills that we bring in by hand. We bring them to the station, and once they know how the station works, they start with it without any problem. So I decided to have this training section because I wanted to be sure that all the gills know the system before insemination. The other option was to train them in gestation, but the first week after insemination is a very critical period for aborting. So I didn't want this stress moment of training just this week after insemination.
The small wheeler stable is prepared only for the housing of breeding gills. The merit goes to contractual production farms. A rescue deck is available to support sows with large litter size. The suckling piglets are fed by Babyfeed.
Yes, these are the nursery compartments. Here I use the Babyfeed.
Babyfeed's suckling feeding system is a small liquid feeding system for milk replacer and premixes. It increases the total litter weight of sows.
And I use milk, and this is where I put, when sows have too many piglets, more than 13, 14, I take away piglets that are 6-7 days of age. I bring them here, and then I can create foster sows. And then I give from 6-7 days up to 21 days, I give milk in combination with some creep feed. Yes, with this farm setup, I'd like to prove that sustainability and animal welfare can go hand in hand with, let's say, large-scale conventional pig farming. Providing of straw is very important in animal welfare issues. I did this for marketing purpose, but also not to lose connection with the consumer. So this was an issue I wanted to prove that it was possible.